Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to the Animal Taco podcast. I'm your host of the night, Isaac Wolf, and joining me this evening is Jamie. Here evening here in Sweden, it's afternoon in where you live, if I'm not mistaken.
Um, yeah, it's like 3-ish, so it's like close to the evening, you could say.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, how's it going, Jamie?
I'm good. I'm excited to be talking about this. I didn't think about like how much has happened between me finishing the season one of the show of the anime and then jumping into the manga and now looking at everything that's happened in the manga. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot to dig into.
Uh huh. Uh huh. And it's a crazy one in that, as the title suggests, we are gonna talk about DanDaDan, and it's the manga. To be perfectly exact, wait just a second, because we figured that there is some aspect of the manga that could be worth discussing. We are talking about the season two later, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, nothing planned at least, but I was just double checking yesterday. But I just wanted to ask you first, Jamie, before we go into the specific detail. When did you start reading Dan? And what made Dan hook you in, so to speak?
Repeat that last question again.
And made it stick with you, hook you, so
Uh,
to speak?
Okay, so I started reading it, I think around Anime NYC of last year, kind of, sort of, because they had the Viz booth. For the past few years, I've had a manga sampler, and so actually, I don't think it was in the mangas. I think I just bought the first volume, I think it is. I always use volume and chapters interchangeably, but I have a physical book of DanDaDan. I bought that after seeing the panel at Anime NYC because I really enjoyed it and had fun with it. Although I did find some things weird about it. I still do find some things weird about it, but overall, I really enjoy it. So I read it off and on while season one was going on in the anime, but then once the season ended, I was like, oh man, like I kind of need more of this. So I officially picked up the manga once season one finished. And then I think what made me stick with DanDaDan is the fact that I think they have a really great character work. Like the villains that they go up against are not just like, oh, I'm pure evil for the sake of being evil. Like there's always like some kind of story as to how they got to where they are. Um, and they're able to kind of break that down and let Momo and Okarun and everyone else kind of sympathize with that person while also still recognizing, like, what you're doing is still bad, but I kind of understand why you're doing it a little bit. So I really like that aspect of it. And obviously, there's like some romantic there's a romantic aspect to the story with Momo and Okarun, and I think it really turns up in the current season of DanDaDan that's airing right now, season two. And that also pulled me in as well because I'm a sucker for a good like coming of age love story. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, the reason why I picked it up is honestly a bit funny because I don't know if you, just like you, it was the big part of where I heard of it was our recap of animes that is about to come out. Where the infamous potential out of 10 comes from.
No.
And, and I started reading it, and well, um, history. It's so you get what I mean, and I'm in the same boat as you. I'm a bit sucker of about coming of age love stories and all that. Yes, which is also why I'm sort of like enjoying stuff like well, that's another topic, but I'm not gonna talk about the horror and all those, yes, but anywho, but because of the whole coming of age love stories, and we both agree that that aspect is a big selling point to DanDaDan.
Mm-hmm.
I was just I wanted to ask you, since spoilers for those that aren't reading the manga, by the way, for obvious reasons. But wait, I may be gonna have to do a. Let's do it like that. But when Okarun loses his powers after they gave back both of his balls, he has like become somewhat of a side character at best. And he lost that one in chapter 165, and the book is as of right now on
Or like 200
207.
likes. Yeah.
So it's
been a long time.
about 42 chapters in, and I just want to hear about you. That's also up to speed. Is do you think that it's just for the time being, or and what do you feel about the whole status of the book due to this old thing? I know that people are just we read this book for Ukar and like some interaction with Ukar and all that. Yes.
Yeah, it's really interesting to think about, especially as someone that like I don't regularly read the manga. Like I'll read it in groups, I guess you could say. So usually I'll read about like 5-10 chapters at a time or something, and then I'll be off a few weeks and I'll come back. So now, like, kind of putting this question in front of me about how I feel about Okarun being missing and kind of like where the story is going, or not missing, but I guess not as a part of the action as he previously was. It does feel a little weird, but at the same time, like where the manga is at with Momo having this curse where she's like kind of shrunken down. She still seemingly has her power, but it seems like she's not able to fight like she was previously. I do think that this is a temporary thing, though. I think I don't know if Okarun has to lose a ball or something to get his powers back, or if he's able to like strike up a deal with Turbo Granny, similar to what Gigi was able to do with Evil Eye. But I do think they're gonna bring Okarun back because it would just be weird to kind of remove him from the action now. I feel like both from a character standpoint, but also from a story standpoint too, where like everything kind of started with him. So I think he'll be back. But yeah, a lot of focus is being put on like Momo right now, and I would say Seiko as well. It was funny, like I've been watching like a few different manga recap videos throughout the day just to kind of like refresh myself on so many things that have happened. And there were multiple moments where Seiko just so happened to like not be in town, or like, oh, I can't join this fight for like excuse XYZ. So I think it's good that we did get to bring her into the fold when it comes to like seeing some of the action. And I don't know if the mangaka was like, oh, if we're gonna bring Seiko in, then we kind of need to bring the overall group power level down somehow. And that's how like Okarun, he's kind of been like pushed to the side and put in like this B group situation. But like maybe that's it, because I don't think Seiko's gonna be a regular fighter. I think she'll come in every now and again. So Okarun, I think he'll be back as soon as this arc concludes.
And how many chapters do you think this arc has? As of right now, do you feel based on where it is?
That's a good question. I feel like I would say no more than 10 more right now with the like they are in the area that they need to be to like get to the shrine to lift the curse off of um Momo. So I feel like it's gotta be within like 10 chapters or so that they kind of wrap up this like I don't know if you would call it a cursed arc. I don't know. I don't even know what this arc is being called, but like the Momo cursed arc, I think it will wrap up, and then they can kind of. I think the next thing would probably be addressing how Okarun manages his power or lack thereof.
Yeah, and I'm kind of with you that it feels like just a canon-wise side story or whatever you want to call it, just allowing Okarun time to breed. I mean, who knows? There could be, for what we know, there could be one where something happened to Momo. He needs to step up, and like you said, that and the granny has. I need to take care of her. She
Mm-hmm.
moves out of the picture for the time being, just showing how they have grown and can handle the situation without each other. Since uh, how should I put it? That's a good way to handle the showing off character growth, though. Or when it comes to, well, how many chapters I believe it will take to end this arc? I would say 10 to 15, depending on what twist and turn um, that the mangaka is taking. He is an assistant of Fujimoto. Everything can happen. Or should I say?
That's fair. I don't know. I'm like we're not done with the well no yeah we're done with the ninjas. Seiko, she's being taken to the hospital, and Momo. Well, actually, yeah. Last time we left off, Momo kind of seemingly is sacrificing herself to save her grandma, which I feel like is that's like the anime like no I must sacrifice myself, and then it all ends up working out at the end of the day. So
That's
I feel
just
like yeah.
such a overdone trope for no matter the medium, be it anime, manga, books, you name it, and then it's Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's the thing that I don't mind it if it's like plausible, but Momo being forgotten and being like a miniature. Well, actually, if she's forgotten, does she disappear or does she just stay mini the whole time? I forget.
She is now. I need to reread the last chapter just a quick bit, but because now I'm having a blank.
Well, at the very least, we know she gets forgotten. I'm like, I don't find that likely that throughout the rest of the series we're just like not going to interact with Momo or we're not going to do anything with her. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think that's possible. Now, if it was like a curse where Momo like loses an arm or something, I'm like, I can maybe see that happening. Like you could still live with one arm, but for
yeah.
everybody just like to forget about her and like she's not included in any more like battles or any kind of character relationships, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's very likely.
Yeah, I know that. Maybe this is the. Now that I think about it, this is the chapter that he swoops in and they reunite with each other.
They did. They're in. I don't know actually. Maybe if he did like the telephone wire thing that he did before, like maybe he could do that because he would have to take a plane or something. And we saw how that worked out for Momo. Oh, um, maybe, I don't know. But then him using the telephone wire, he would also have to have like some kind of power, which it seems like he does, if I'm remembering correctly. He does have like some ability. Like it's not Turbo Granny's abilities, but it's an ability of some kind, and he's going to be trained on it by, I think it's Mandro. So I'm curious to see that. I think that's the once we figure out what's going on with Momo's curse, or maybe even the next chapter, we don't go back to what's going on with Momo and Seiko. It just goes back to Okarun and Kenta and the other two, the new girls. I need to remember their names, but kind of, I guess, their training arc, so to speak, going back and forth, because they did something similar in the like the space kaiju arc kind of thing, where Okarun was kind of doing his own thing. He did the like spirit teleportation to where Seiko was, talked to her a bit. Meanwhile, like there was a battle going on with Momo and Gigi and Ira. They're fighting those like aliens basically. So it could be another one of those things.
Yeah. Good thing we're not gonna have to wait for long on the next chapter since it comes out on Monday.
Yeah.
So, but I also wonder how long this manga will keep on going. Because honestly, one thing that I honestly expected the last chapter to be about them finding the last pulse or something.
Yeah, I could see that. I've also had that thought as well, like kind of where does the journey end? And I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
it could potentially just keep going, you know? There's always going to be something like paranormal or extraterrestrial happening, so they could potentially keep doing this until they croak. I don't know.
So,
um
I mean, you could technically have a. I don't think it's gonna go this far, but you could technically have it being a Detective Conan, as you said, style. I mean, there's so many monsters or spaceship style stuff that you can do that it's just okay. Now let's cover this one. Now let's cover this one. Dung dung dung, kind of
yeah, it's kind of
stuff.
like a villain of the week kind of thing.
Yeah, and you won't be, how should I put it, out of source material for long as time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, if they changed like a monster of the week, it wouldn't be the same story, I guess. So, I mean, if they wanted to milk it, that's what they could do. But as like a good ending for the story, I don't think that's the best route to go about it. So, I don't know. I guess. Oh, you know what's another one I need to go back to is Comey can't communicate, because she said she wanted like,
Yeah,
I can't remember. It was like X amount of friends or something like that.
100.
Lots of people, 100 friends. Um, did you see the end of that? Oh, actually, I don't even know if the anime ended. I assumed it did. Um, once she got to
I
100,
don't know.
it was like that was over.
I know that the manga has ended and all that, yes, but I don't know if the anime has covered it all.
Okay, I have to go back to it. I actually really had fun with that anyway, but I don't know. It could be something finite like that, I guess, where I don't think Momo had, just thinking back to the beginning of DanDaDan, I don't think Momo had any kind of objective like that, other than meeting Ken Takakura. But she was, talking about the actor at the time, but now she's met an actual Ken Takakura in Okarun. And then Okarun, I think he wanted friends, but I think he also just wanted to investigate like the extraterrestrial and like what could be beyond Earth kind of thing. And they both achieved those things. So I don't know. I don't know what the central conflict is that they would be. resolving at the end. I have no idea.
It shall be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's honestly my biggest since because the end game has been that I believe all of us thought to start third, and there's like 40 more chapters to go and counting.
Yeah. It's a good question. It's definitely that's why I feel like this could be endless and simultaneously like it could end after this next arc. Like I don't think that there would be a lot on the table left that needs to be resolved. So I have no idea when they would
So
choose
they
to
were
end.
saying that love conquers soul. He remember her because of the love, and they reunite because of that.
Ooh, you know what I could see? And this always makes me upset. I could see the manga ending after either Okarun or Momo confesses and then they actually start dating. That's usually when those kind of things end because it's like, oh, like they finally got together and then you never get to see them actually together. I could see that. That was one of the reasons why I think we both talked about for what is it? Dang, it was in my head, but then it just slipped away. The romance anime you like?
Horimiya?
Yeah, Horimiya. That was one of the reasons we both liked Horimiya. It's because like you actually get to see them be together rather than just like, oh, they got together. The end.
So yeah, that's honestly something that came to mind now when we started talking about it. But because and I side note, I do think feel like the animation studio have done a phenomenal job with the anime so far, at least. But more on that later when the season end, I assume at this point.
Yeah, Science Star has been doing a great job with all the animation and stuff so far and translating all the different like funny little facial expressions. So yeah, big fan of Science Star.
Yeah, I am looking forward to their Santa Claus manga. That will be hysterical. That's the one from the Beastars mangaka.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Does that come out this year?
November, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
The mangaka, who is the daughter of the mangaka of Baki, and has a fetish for Santa Claus.
A fetish for Santa Claus? Was it a sexual show or
yeah? No. I don't know. I haven't heard of the manga, but I know it's well known for those that are apparently for the fans of her that she has a fetish for Santa. Apparently,
I think when you say fetish, it makes me think like in a sexual way.
I can double check. I do believe I even sent it on the Discord on the.
We'll come back to y'all on that one to find out, but I don't know what more to say about that.
But she is she's the daughter of the Baki mangaka. That should tell you everything. So
Baki is very. It's kind of freaky. Not in a sexual way. Well, sometimes, but mainly no. Just freaky.
Yeah. But anywho, do you have anything specific that you want to talk about about regarding the DanDaDan manga that we might have missed as of right now?
I don't know if y'all heard the thunder in the background, but I mean, I'm excited to see the what they haven't adapted for the anime yet, like some of the arcs that are coming up. Like I think Famula is about to be introduced. She's really fun, and then they have like I don't know the official arcs for any of these things, but it's like the little miniature adventure arc where they're on like that play board. I thought that was really fun, so I'm looking forward to seeing those come up. Because I really enjoyed reading them. I thought that they were a lot of fun. And noticeably, actually, now that I think about it, like Vamoa, Okarun was around, but for the miniature adventure, Okarun wasn't really there until towards the end of that arc. So I don't know. Maybe they're building him up for something, or maybe like the focus is kind of shifting more towards Momo as the story goes on.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. We'll see. But it's a lot of fun stuff. It's a lot of fun stuff that's coming up for the anime, and then I've really been enjoying reading the manga, so it's a win-win all around for me.
Likewise. But Jamie, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at Swiper_Prime on Twitch and YouTube. On Twitch, we have been playing through Metaphor Fantasio, and then
Let's go.
we've also been doing kind of like a variety game of the week kind of thing since well, let's see, what was the other game that I was playing through? Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima's Iki Island DLC in preparation for the new Ghost game that's coming out. And then on YouTube, I've been playing through Okami. I think I'm really close to the end, so it's interesting seeing how everything is like coming to a conclusion. But I think I'm about a week ahead of the YouTube episodes I put out, so y'all will see what I'm talking about there. But yeah, lots of gaming content there. Also on Instagram and TikTok at swiper_art, where I just be posting things, just having a good time. So feel free to come through.
And well, you can find me here at Amateur Otaku on the Swedish Emblem on my personal YouTube channel and Twitch, and well, among other stuff. Tomorrow, as of when this is posted out, we will have another manga-related video coming up, which is about a certain sequel anime. More on that later. Have an awesome, y'all. Peace.
Bye.